Hi everyone, this is Amina for another episode of Wise Wednesdays. Today it's a little video that goes with the blog from this week. If you want to read the blog, go to www.dramina.com. And essentially it's about the emotional cycle of change. So we all want things in our lives, and we're either driven by a longing or a yearning that we want something, or a sort of sense of dissatisfaction of where we are, and that we're not very happy with where we are right now, and therefore change needs to happen. But we're not all familiar with the cycle of change required to go from A to B. And if you're highly intelligent and your intellect has served you well in your life, this may be even more difficult to understand because you've never had to struggle too much to learn something. It's come very naturally to you. And you've never really had to dip in the emotions. But if you're stepping into something outside your comfort zone, and that's where usually your dreams are, then you will have to go through the emotional cycle of change. So whether it's leaving an unsatisfying job or changing career, trying to build a business or create a project of some kind, or improving your relationships and finding an intimate relationship, you will have to go through that emotional cycle of change. We all have to. So if you're finding yourself a bit confused or stuck right now, then see if you can relate to this cycle of change. Now, what is a cycle of change? I'm going to use a model from a book called The 12-Week Year, and they cite this particular model here that was designed by a couple of psychologists and written about, but we don't need to go into the academics. This is the emotional state you might have of upwards is feeling happy and optimistic about your goal, and here it's feeling pessimistic. And essentially over time, as you try to progress towards your goal, you're going through this cycle here. So you're feeling optimistic, feeling, yeah, this is great, I'm going to go for my goals. Then you might start trying to learn about it and find out that, there's quite a bit to do. There's quite a bit of risk involved. Not sure I have everything I need or where this is going to lead. And then suddenly you'll hit this spot here, which is what they call here the Valley of Despair. And that's the region where you think, no, it's too hard. I have no idea where this is leading. I have no idea if it's going to succeed. And all your deepest, darkest fears will kick in, including fear of rejection, fear of failure, and even fear of success. Because what will it mean if you come up on the other side and your life really does change and your dreams really do come true? You from where you're standing now, you don't really know exactly what that would look like. And that is scary. But that is the reality of the process. So hopefully you get through the Valley of Despair and you start to see things working, things start to change, and you reach a steady state again. And if you hit your goal up here, you'll feel quite happy. So this is where you're most vulnerable when you're trying to achieve a goal. And this is where coaching is most helpful, and getting the right support. And most importantly, having that level of self-awareness of what's happening inside you will really help you get through and push to the other side where all your dreams are. So that's the emotional cycle of change. You can Google it or read about it in this book, the 12-week cycle, 12-week year, sorry. And otherwise, you can just ask yourself right now in relation to some goal that you have, and maybe you're feeling a little stuck. Just relax and breathe in and see if you can retrace your steps. Was there a phase where you were all excited about it, and then you started finding out about it, doing some research, speaking to people, and starting to realize what was involved? Your emotions start to kick in, and then that's where you get stuck. And that's where you might start to create a story, create excuses, find all sorts of reasons why it can't happen now, or it will never happen. So if you're in that phase, see that you may well be just on that dip in the emotional cycle of change, and it's okay. You just need to relax and keep going one small step at a time, and you will start to see things change. Okay, well, that's all for today. I hope it helps you in any way, in some way. Please leave any comments or questions, or email me on amina@dramina.com, particularly if you want to talk about coaching and how I might be able to help you in creating something in your career or life. All right, I hope this helped, and see you next week. Bye-bye.